So hi everybody, here we are, we're doing some cooking and I wanted to show you, I got really excited about this, so I wanted to go ahead and shoot this for you because we're talking about teamwork and feeding our families, and sometimes it's hard to feed our families what we're eating or what's healthy because we feel like we're going to deprive them if we do. And this is a meal, and it actually makes 3 meals that I'm really excited about. So what I did was I got a turkey from my local grocery store. It was on sale for $1 a pound instead of almost $2.50 a pound. So this was a 12-pound turkey, and it was basically a roaster. So I roasted the turkey in the oven, and for one evening we had roasted turkey with a side of vegetables. Then what I did was I put it in the refrigerator. Actually, put it in the refrigerator, and then I pulled it out the next day and I put it in a boiling pot, and then I boiled everything off the bone. So at this point there was a lot of meat that was left from our meal, which we had already eaten and had plenty of, but there's still tons of meat on the bone. So basically this is what happens. I roasted it, boiled it, and all the meat came off, and then I got this pile left over from what I used to put in a soup in the crock pot, and I'm going to show you that in just a minute. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put this meat right here in a bag, and I'm going to make a casserole with brown rice, a reduced fat cream of celery soup, and then some vegetables as well. So this will go in the refrigerator for the next meal, and then today I'm going to show you the soup that I'm making, which is homemade, and it's fantastic, and how I did that. So we'll be back in just a minute. So what I did for the soup was I went ahead and boiled the turkey in the boiling pot, and then I let that set overnight. So what you're going to see is that there's going to be a little bit of fat that rises to the surface. So what I do is I put it in a colander and I pour the juice through the colander into the crock pot. And then what I do is take the rest of the meat and I shear it up, and so you can see that there's plenty of turkey meat in here. It's going to be a great hearty soup. And then what I did was I added from my local grocery store gumbo mix vegetables, but you could put in, they do have in the frozen vegetable section, and this costs about $2.50. So my $6 turkey, which I'm going to make 3 meals out of, which is a $2 meal for my whole family each time. So the $2 meal, I added a $2 bag or $2.50 bag of vegetables, frozen vegetables. So that is going to be a $5 soup. Now what I did was I added a little bit of garlic, and then I did lemon pepper, and then I actually have some fresh cilantro that I'm going to take from my garden and bring that in, and I'll show you where I've got that as well. And then I did have some vegetable broth that I added just to make sure that I have some really good soup base. So that's that, and that's going to sit there, and it's on high right now. It'll probably take the whole day, but we'll do that. And then I actually have rice, and I'll pull that out. So I have rice that's already been cooked, and it's brown rice, and a lot of times people don't like to mess with brown rice because it takes so long. So what I do is I take the whole bag of brown rice and I boil it at the same time. You know, if I'm going to make it for a meal, obviously we're not going to eat a whole bag of brown rice, but I do go ahead and put it in the refrigerator, and then what I'll do is as this gets warmer, I'll go ahead and put a serving of rice in there, probably 2 servings of rice in there, so that it'll add something. You can add noodles, you could do quinoa, you could do a lot of different things in this soup with this. So, but I prefer brown rice. Remember, brown rice is simply white rice with the shell on it. That's why it's brown rice. White rice is when it's shelled and it's been bleached, and the protein that we need is on the brown part of the brown rice. That's why we prefer to have brown rice versus white rice. So that's where the value of that, and remember, protein is really important to the building of muscles, which is ultimately helping us burn fat better. So that's what we want. This is our soup, and I'm going to have that tonight, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with the casserole in a couple nights. I'm not going to do that right away, so this video will go ahead and go up, and then hopefully I'll have the casserole dish done this weekend, and I'll have some more video for you. So again, that's a $6 turkey, a couple. So what you've seen is a really inexpensive way to make a meal, and even though eating healthy sometimes can be unaffordable, in this case it's not, so you just have to be creative. So my son Jonah's here with me, and he'd like to introduce himself, and I'd love for him to introduce himself. So come on over here, Jonah.
Hi.
All right up here. Say hi.
Hi.
And tell him what you like about eating healthy.
Well, it's fun to eat healthy so you can stay in shape.
Really? Do you like eating healthy? What's your favorite healthiest meal?
Soup.
Soup? What do you love about the soup?
Because it looks tasty and it really looks really fun to eat.
And why do you think it's important to be healthy?
Because if you don't get healthy, you don't really get much more time to live.
And that's serious, huh? So, do you eat junk? Why not?
Because if you eat lots of junk, you don't live for very long. Because you get really fat.
Oh, but if you get fat, you can still live a long time, can't you?
Yeah, if you try to lose weight.
Yeah. And who would you call if you wanted to lose weight?
Mom.
You call me? Would I be your trainer? That's good. Give me a kiss. Okay. That's it for today. The telephone fitness trainer. I hope you have a great day.